Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Just eases him off the ball. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. And he was alert to it. That's a lovely, delicate pass. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Shot at goal! They've scored! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's been hooked away. McAllister. Now, can they get him away? Beckham with the cross. Tries to get it clear. Pinches it off him. Serginho. For Messi.
That's good play from him.
Now he's running away. Son Heung-min. Batistuta. And it's McAllister.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And now they can clear their lines. Como are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Pass somewhat off target. Makaleli. Now it's Drogba. Romero gets over and intercepts.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Di Maria going face-to-face with his great rival. Son Heung-min. And back to the keeper. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Serginho. De Paul looking understandably energised after his goal. And this is Beckham. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's stuck it away! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's played forward. Serginho. De Paul. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, super ball. Good read, needed to be. Makaleli. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. McAllister. Beckham has it in a wide position. Casemiro. And it's Serginho. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Makalele wins the duel this time. And Casemiro. And he's chosen to go back. Messi. Roberto Carlos. And here's Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. McAllister. And for the first half, that is that. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Como will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And we are back on the way.
Como clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's Serginho. Serginho makes a dash for it, so no flag here. Shoots! Oh, good finish! And again they hit the front.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And that is a little undercooked. Serginho. Spread it left. Now it's Son Heung-min.
Pretty robust defending.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Valde. And here's Messi. That is lovely. And Messi! It's wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Romero gets it away. And it's McAllister. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Messi. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Casemiro, 60 minutes played. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Chance! Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the lead now is 2.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, strongly challenged there. De Paul. Balde knocks it into space. Now that looks a decent ball. Balde got a long way forward to join the attack. And here's Messi. Son Heung-min. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Not the most accurate pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Drogba. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Makaleli. And here's Drogba. Passing is crisp and sharp. Son Heung-min finds himself offside.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 22.
Como choosing
23.
to make the first
Numero
change.
4. Makelele. Numero 13. Numero 18. Drogba. Lasciano il campo per il numero 26. Hazard. Il numero 10.
No outsmarting
Messi.
him this time.
Il numero 8. Il numero 20. Il numero
Oh, it's
24.
beyond the defence. And he's found a way past. Son Heung-min.
Oh, really?
Son Heung-min! Big relief, it just needed better
Attenzione, una
contact.
sostituzione.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Beckham carries the ball down the right. The Paul was in no mood for any of that. And here's the chance to counter. Now that's well seen too. That has not gone well. Looking for options for movement. Now this could be a chance. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get it through? Hazard. Messi. Nicely spread. Now it's Beckham. De Paul. Casemiro. It's a pretty loose pass. 5 minutes left on the clock. Mbappe simply refused to be outdone there. De Paul. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Messi. Oh, well measured. That is good alertness. Edmilson. Stood up well to him there. Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Il quarto uomo indica
Oh, he's
4
caught him there,
minuti
it's a
di
free
recupero.
kick. Romero. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Looking to play him in. And it's Serginho. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. It's just beyond his reach.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And we have our very first corner. Casemiro! Oh, the ball's come loose here. In he goes again! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
That's at the end. Como cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as dependable in the box as the man leading the line here.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
As prolific as they come, Peter, another Dutch predator who has such a desire to be on the end of anything that comes into the box.
Xabi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Wirtz. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Alonso. Wirtz. And it's Xabi Alonso. Ball played for Rijkaard. Pepe. And it's Musiala. That's Wirtz. No, he's not getting past him there. And that has left him in a heap. Como have a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Perilously close. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Wirtz. Xabi Alonso. And this is Messi. Now it's Wirtz. Son Heung-min. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And this is Drogba. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Xabi Alonso providing an outlet on that flank.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Nice interception, well timed. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Xabi Alonso really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
In with the challenge. He is through here. Big chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he's done it! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Como have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And he welcomes it in. Musiala. That's good play. Stuttgart have reclaimed it. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. This to be all square. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, any penalty that finds the net is a good penalty, even if that didn't convince.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Son Heung-min. Strong running down that left flank. Played in by Son Heung-min. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Cannavaro.
Stuttgart really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
And it's Wirtz. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy! And that is doing no harm at all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Cannavaro. Cannavaro concedes a free kick for that. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Neymar. Now it's Wirtz. Oh, that's neat. Now it's Okazaki. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, what has happened here? And this is Messi.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Drogba. Now it's Beckham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Neymar. And here's Okazaki. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That's the end of the first 45. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break. All square.
This is a
Como are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Make his way to the information centre.
Como get the second half going. And here's Batistuta. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Pepe. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, what a mistake! Son Heung-min. Now that looks a decent ball. No, that's been intercepted.
Messi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Makaleli. Drogba. Now it's McAllister.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Deflected behind for a corner kick. Como with the corner, there first. Stuttgart are looking to go forward now. Musiala promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Musiala. It's a good run he's making out on the left. He's got away. That is lovely. Xavi Alonso. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Xavi Alonso unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And this is Okazaki. Wirtz receives it in a wide position. And here's Wirtz. And here's Messi. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's having a shot! Goal! Stuttgart! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Looking for options for movement. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Some good work on the right flank here. Great vision. Takes aim and cross. Oh, great leap!
Como really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, that's well spotted.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Van Nistelrooy. He's in plenty of space here. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Como do have a chance to counter here. Knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Substitution
The manager
in
can
progress.
make a change for the first time in the game here. Now it's Messi, and it's Okazaki. Van Nistelrooy. He's a sharp little ball here. Corner it is. And it's hoisted clear.
Stuttgart surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Wirtz. No, it's Okazaki. Hazard. And this is Lewandowski. Musiala, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's going to be a booking. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And the shot! In he goes again! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Oh, good effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Hazard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Stuttgart can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And no, he's seen through all of that. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And here's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp, the ball goes in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And time is up. Como illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looks... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Rafinha. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's De Bruyne. It's a promising position. Manchester United have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Great chance! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Vicario makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
Well, Peter, he's just a sensational shot stopper. And when the chips are down, sometimes he can make all the difference. After all, preventing a goal at one end can be just as valuable as scoring one at the other. And that makes this guy worth his weight in gold.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Drogba really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's had it nicked away, played out wide. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's ended. He leaps for it! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
De Jong. No goals as yet. And here's Rafinha. And here's Lewandowski. De Bruyne. And this is Drogba. De Jong. Balde. Pedri. Now the delivery. And a header! Off the post! Pedri. Well read. And the danger is averted. Now it's Drogba.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Aims beyond the defence.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Koundé cuts out the pass. Rafinha.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
He's found a way through. Rafinha defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's shifting through the gears here. Makalele did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Drogba. Pedri. Eric Garcia. It's a pretty loose pass. Diaz! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He'll try to keep this alive. De Jong. Pedri. Balde. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. This is De Jong. And it's Koundé. Rafinha. And Yamal. Eric Garcia. And it's Balde. And Kubasi. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And it's Pedri. Pedri. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he welcomes it in. Koundé. And Diaz. Throw in. Gets a good foot in there. De Jong. And it's Koundé. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Yamal. Oh, that's nice. Azar. And that signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Substitution for Manchester United, number 11.
So we're off again.
Coming on the field is...
Well, I suppose from a defensive
21,
perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Quick look, then plays it in. He'll try from distance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, well played, well played. Makaleli. Manchester United come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Now it's Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Haaland. Pinches it off him. Into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. Bastoni deals with that comfortably. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Lewandowski finds himself offside. De Jong. Koundé. And here's Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
That was lovely, that.
That's good play. Pedri. Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. De Bruyne. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And still, we await the first breakthrough. Rafinha. Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Rashford. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Diaz receives it in a good position here. Rafinha. That's destined for the flank. Rashford. He is through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. De Jong. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Looking for the run. Diaz. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Balde. Tries to pass it through. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Drogba. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Spread to the right. Yamal. He's got away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Chance for a shot! Cleared without hesitation.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Rashford. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Balde. De Jong. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rafinha. Good purposeful running this. Yamal.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern...
Shapes to shoot! And there's a goal! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So the first goal of the game.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And he's straight offside. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on. Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Balde. And it's Rashford. It's gone out for a throw-in. Time and again they are repelled. Rashford absolutely focused then on the... That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Azar. Vardiol. Makaleli. And he's picked out the run. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Pau Kubasi did well to stay calm. And that will be it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
We are glad to inform
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, I have to say the front line made very little impression, Peter, and there's a genuine worry that losing like this can be quite confidence-sapping. I just hope that the fallout from this won't have any long-term effects on them now.